So now that you're here, you might be asking yourself, what exactly is Express to Success program? The best way to think about the Express to Success program is we are English and Math. So the intent of the program is to assist you with your English and Math. Really what we want to see students is get to the college level with more success and ideally faster, in a faster pace. We know that about 70% of students coming into Santa Barbara City College are going to test below college level English or Math, or sometimes even both. So to have the extra support, the accelerated models that we offer will really help students get to the college level, because we want to see you transfer, we want to see you get to your degree, your major that you want to, as quickly and as successfully as possible as well. The other thing about the Express to Success program is many of our classes are accelerated, but all of our courses are taught in a learning community model. The idea behind learning communities is that you're an involved, engaged learner. You're involved in the classroom discussions. You're getting to know your teacher, utilizing the tutoring services, starting a study group. So joining the learning community is a commitment in itself of being part of something bigger than just going to class on your own and not talking to other students, not getting involved, and really we want to see you be a part of the classroom experience. As I mentioned before, many of our courses are taught in an accelerated pace, meaning you're completing 2 semesters worth of English or Math in 1 semester. So with that comes a lot of rigor, a lot of pace. We have high expectations. We set the bar very high for our students. But one of the neat things is we're seeing the students rise to the challenge, rise to the occasion.
I'd like to take some time to tell you about the educational benefits for being in our program. To begin with, you're doing the learning community model, which is going to allow you to accelerate through your English or Math classes and move more closely towards getting your associate's degree and or transferring depending upon your goal. Additionally, that coming with the benefit of the accelerated model is the fact that you have counselors available to you. Charles and myself are here throughout the time that you're in our program to assist you with academic planning, so it's doing student education plans. If you happen to be an EOPS student or a TAP student or you're an athlete, you have those counselors that will do your student education plans with you. But for all other students, we are here to actually do that with you, and that's kind of nice. You don't have to wait in any long lines to get your student ed plans done. You can make an appointment and come in and do that with us. We're also here to help all students, all ESP students, strategize during their time with us. So maybe you want to talk about ways to be more motivated, or you want to talk about how to manage your time a little more effectively, or you're just struggling in your classes and you don't really know what's going on. Well, Charles and I are here to help you figure that out and help you stay on track to your success. Another benefit, of course, is the faculty, and the faculty are incredible in this program. Many of them have been working on the campus for a very long time and have student success at the forefront of their teaching. They are here working as hard, if not harder than our students, to provide you with this accelerated model and help you be successful. It's good to point out that not all teachers' teaching style, though, does match up to every student's learning style. So it's going to take the responsibility of every student, if that, for you to be successful, and if that happens to be the case, if a teacher's teaching style doesn't match up to your learning style, that you are responsible for figuring out methods and ways to be successful in class. Within our program, another benefit is that we have tutors available to you. These tutors work closely with the faculty, and they're there to be of support to you in the class and outside of the class. We also provide you with workshops. These workshops are designed specifically for our ESP students, though we may have students across the campus that attend. We have such workshops as being personally responsible, being assertive in college. We have a monthly meeting for first generation students, which allows people to get together and talk about some of their background and their history and some of the challenges and some of the great things about being the first person in one's family to go to college. One of our more popular workshops has happened to be Sex on the Rocks, where we have health and wellness come down and talk about your decision making and how it's impacted in relationship to drinking. So we have a couple of other benefits. One is a book loan that is provided for you for your English and or Math classes, and particularly with the Math classes, those are very expensive, so students are usually very happy to hear that they get their books loaned to them for the semester. And then lastly, you have access to the center here where you can come in, you can do your homework. We have graphing calculators. The tablet that you're listening to or watching on right now, you have the ability to come in and use. And just know that this center is your center here. So thank you for listening to all the educational benefits, and I hope you have a great day.
I'm really glad you're thinking about joining a learning community as part of the Express to Success program here at City College. It's a great program. Students really do have fun in it. So in addition to learning a lot about English or math, you're going to make good friends and often have a lot of fun in the classroom. But I'm here to give you a sense of what the commitment to the program is. There's a lot of great benefits, and you'll learn about those at the orientation, but I want to make it clear what it takes from the student as well. And the first one is we aren't kidding about the time. So if you're taking a 6-unit class, for me it's combining 2 semesters of English in 1 semester. That's 12 to 18 hours of work outside the classroom. So that's homework time. So you don't want to be taking more than 12, 15 units, but that's all. You don't want to be working more than 10 to 15 hours a week. 20 is probably the max. And if you have a lot of family commitments, if you have a long commute, you need to figure all of those hours in. So really take the time to make a chart and say, yes, I have the hours to do it. Okay, great. You've got the time to do it, then you've got to think about how you're going to do it. And what we ask in this program is that you are sure to ask for help. There's going to be parts when you're working on writing where you're going to get stuck. Everybody does. Professional writers get stuck. That's fine. That's supposed to happen. But then you have to not give up. You have to go in and get help. You ask the instructors, you see the wonderful gateway tutors we have, and ideally you also form study groups with your fellow students. Those are the 2 things I would ask you to bring. Enough time to give yourself the chance, and the approach to the material. I can do this, but I also need to ask for help when I need it.
The students have to be prepared to come to class every day. Even if they're not prepared, they need to attend. Attendance is the number 1 thing. They need to be ready to read at a very fast pace. They need to be ready to do writing, many drafts of an essay, so that they improve this craft of writing and get ready for the next level. They have to truly be ready also to be a really active member of the class. It is not a class where they can sit back and be passive and just be a body in a chair. They need to be actively involved. They need to participate in discussions, ask questions, really be a dynamic member of the learning community and work with their peers.
Make sure you have a goal. Make sure there's a reason that you need to complete 2 math classes in 1 semester, because it's going to get intense. It's worth it. You will learn a lot. You will retain a lot. You will, statistically, it's more likely you will do better. But it's a lot of work. It gets very intense. And about the middle of the semester, you're going to start to lose your motivation. You need to know why you're doing both classes at the same time. Otherwise, it's easy to start making excuses for not working as hard. So if you have a plan where you know you need quite a bit of math and you're starting at Math 100, so this saves you a semester, it's really important to you to save that semester, then this is a perfect fit for you. So you need to know why you're going to do 2 math classes in 1 semester, and the most important thing is do you have the time to devote to it?
To make sure that 1, they're serious, and 2, know the time commitment. And we're not saying this, we're being very serious. We when we say it really is, you are taking a 8-unit math class for the 107, 117, not counting the math study skills. So typically that's 16 hours a week outside of the class, and we don't just say that to scare people. It really does take that much time. And when you can't make that commitment, you fall behind. When you fall behind, you feel overwhelmed, and when you feel overwhelmed, you're not successful. And with how fast the pace of the course is, it's really hard to get to catch up. So, you know, I would tell the student to make sure, yeah, you understand your commitment and start right from the very beginning. And you know, to me, it feels like it's a lifestyle change. You have to buy into the spirit of the program, and you have to be willing to make a complete change if you want to be successful.
So the most important thing, this is what I'm always saying all the time, if you only do one thing in that class, it's that you do the homework, and you do the homework the day it's assigned. If students come to every class and do all of the homework the day that it's assigned, they do well in the program. The most important thing. And remember, that's 20 plus hours a week of homework. You need to build your schedule so that you can do that. Ideally, you're doing that homework right after class when things are still fresh in your memory. We know that our memory, the way our brains work, that within an hour after class, you've only retained, I don't remember the exact percentage, 80%. Within, say, 6 hours, you only remember 30% of what happened in class. 24 hours later, you only remember 10% of what happened. So how do you make it so you remember more than 10% the next day? You do the homework immediately after class. That's how you move the knowledge from your short-term memory to your long-term memory so you have access to it when you need it.